Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we're comparing husband and wife. Iron Man on the left, Rescue on the right. And we're going to be using Ghost's leadership for both because they are both technokinetic, so they'll get that 50% all attack in addition to the 20% energy attack bonus. So on the left side we have a level 70 gear 2022 Iron Man with mostly 4-star Uru, but some 5, 3, and 2. He's level 70. He's got a mythic uniform with all of the slots at heroic or rare or legendary or higher. Just one rare, actually. The others are quite high. And he's got a CTP of destruction with a 180 proc and a stage 7 power of Angry Hulk for the attack speed, with most of his skills leveled up to either 3 or 6. And he's rocking just over 37,000 energy attack. On the right, we have a level 60 Rescue. Very curious here, 34,000 energy attack. Also technokinetic from the machine ability. She also has the leadership ability, so you could use White Fox and Ghost. She's got all 20 gears, of course, because she's still level 60. All 4 and 3-star Uru. Mostly level 3 and 6 skills. A stage 5 overdrive. And a CTP of energy, excuse me, with a 180 proc, and of course no uniform. And we are going to be testing this out with the Nick Fury buff on a stage 20 Thanos without strikers. And we're going to be doing that because we want to see just how much damage these characters are doing without any interference whatsoever. Now in this case we are going to use this 50% all attack because it's the same as Nick Fury's, but because Nick Fury is here in the support role, he will still give Rescue or Iron Man, whichever one I sub in, they will still get the 55% increased damage against villains and the super armor. So you don't have to worry about getting guard broken, although I believe they both have super armor, just to be absolutely 100% safe. And we're basically just going to be seeing how well they both do. We'll probably end up going to about 11 bars on each, so you guys can get a good, sense of how they play. Now, Rescue does have the advantage in the obelisk slot because she does have a CTP of energy. So that does generally do more damage than a CTP of destruction because of the chain hit effect. However, in Tony's case, he's got level 70. He's got a mythic uniform. He's got a lot. Oh, I canceled the 5th skill too early. No! There's like a sweet spot for canceling the 5th skill, and I clearly did not hit it. Okay, let's try this again. But yeah, so Tony generally has more advantages than Rescue, but you'll see that Rescue's damage is honestly not that bad. It's... Oh, I got hit there. But we are going to be able to heal. Her damage is actually pretty good. There we go. That was a much better... And of course, the first time I get the proc to work properly is when Thanos is going to his next stage. But Rescue plays pretty interestingly. She's pretty fun to play. You want to time that 4 and 5 in order to, of course, not get any damage because, once again, he's going to go into his iframe. But as soon as the ball gets to its final stage, you have to just memorize the size. She can do almost a bar of damage, which is quite nice. And you can always use the second skill. Well, you can't use it there if you get a hit. But otherwise, you can use the second skill to protect yourself with the iframe. But I did get debuffed there, so we're going to have to continue to play on after that debuff. And then just keep doing damage. Yeah, very nice. Awesome. And let me use the third skill. The third skill, honestly... Oh, I got frozen. She looks kind of cool when she's frozen. Oh, of course. He did that again. Of course. How interesting and fun. Mr. What's your name again? Thanos. Anyways, yeah, so Rescue's pretty fun to play. Honestly, her third skill is not that high of a priority. A lot of people are probably going to say, use her third skill before you use the other skills so you get that extra damage. The extra damage is so small. There's really not that much. You really want to focus on timing that 4 and 5, especially if you have a CTP of energy, because that additional damage... I keep getting debuffed. That additional damage that you get from the chain hit is really a lot more important than the third skill. I mean, the damage is really not there. And her all speed is just really nice when she's healing. But it's really that combo, and she's fun to play. She zips around, she's got cool animations. I probably should be doing... You know what? To probably be safe, you probably should just skip 3 and just do 5, cancel 4, and then 2. Because then you'll always have the iframe up in between. Oh, and then wow, I died. So she actually died, but we were really close to 11 bars with 2 minutes, 34 seconds left. I'm shocked that she died. I was just not playing that well. If I had tapped 3, I believe she has a guard hit on 3, she would have survived, but part of the reason why she died is because she's level 60, let's be honest. So it took about 2.5 minutes to get him down to 11 bars. Now, and this is with an extra bonus, but it's only crit damage, it's not that big of a deal. Now let's try Tony, aka hashtag Justice for Iron Man, and this should open the eyes of the Netmarble developers more than anything, because if his wife at level 60 with no uniform can out DPS the original Avenger, the man who snapped the universe, or well, technically Hulk snapped the universe. He unsnapped. He snapped the villains out of the universe. Let's put it that way. If that guy is doing less damage than his wife, we are in for a problem. And as you'll see, we are in for a problem. His damage is not that good. That's kind of the spoiler take here. I don't know if it's going to be slower than Rescue, because actually 230 was a bit slower than I expected, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be that much faster. You can see there that even with the proc on the CTP of Destruction, he's doing barely half a bar, which is pretty yikes. And now for those of you that are going to say things like he needs... Why does he have all defense down? Where does that all defense... Oh, it's coming from Ghost. Oh, he's getting an all defense down boost from Ghost. That's cheeky as fuck. And he's also getting Nick Fury striking for him. Okay, so this is not the most scientifically accurate test of all time, but that doesn't matter. I don't really care about that. I also got debuffed a bunch of times with Rescue, and I'm getting debuffed now as Iron Man. But this is a real world, guys. This is real world. This is Survivor real world, and we're testing out with some real world action. Tier 2 tin boy. Get out of the way, Tony. Oh my god, I already lost half my health. Seriously, Tony? All the Tony apologists are gonna be so angry with me for not playing Tony perfectly. You forgot to use his magical skill that does more damage, guys. I'm not playing Tony badly. He's just not that good. Okay. There's no magical way that your tier 2 Iron Man is killing tier 3 Thanos in timeline battle and all this corny stuff that you lie to people about in the YouTube comments. They might believe you, but I don't. And most other people that watch me every day also don't believe you. Anyways, we're going to try to make this work, but he's only got a minute to do another 4 bars worth of damage, which I don't see happening too soon here for old Tonus Magonis. But we're going to try to... I tried to dodge it. I kind of tried to dodge. I don't know. Something was attempted. I just need to get away. I can't go over there because of the lava. Skirt. Oh, we didn't dodge that. We gotta get out of the way again. We only have like 2 seconds of immunity. Okay, we gotta play this real careful. All right. You're Cynicalex. You're slowing down because you're trying to play carefully because you're bad at the game. Yeah, that's right. Iron Man's a great character, guys. He doesn't need to be fixed at all. Which one is it, guys? Which one is it? Is he good or is he bad? Which one is it? Skirt. I'm not gonna die though. So there's a bonus for Tony. I'm not gonna die. So he's obviously automatically better than Rescue. So I think this is roughly as far as we got with Rescue. I think about here. But as you can see, he took longer. Yeah, well, I mean, listen, even if he took as much time as Rescue, he's got at least 2,000 or 3,000 more energy attack than she does, and he's got Ghost striking for him with the all defense down. I didn't even realize that was going to happen. I mean, it only happened like twice, but still. And he's got a mythic uniform, and he's level 70, and some of his gears are above 20. I mean, even just the level 70 kind of blows my mind, the fact that he's doing so little damage compared to her at level 60. Now, she's a pretty good character. I don't mean... This video is more to illustrate that Iron Man sucks, rather than Rescue being godlike. She's not the best premium character. She's probably not worth your Mega Tier 2 ticket unless you're in love with her as a character, or you're like a huge Dragon Ball Super fan, but you have more problems if you're a Dragon Ball Super fan in that way. She's probably like top 5, top 6 premium characters, but I wouldn't put her any closer than that. You know, she's competing with like Weapon Hex and those types of characters, you know, after your Lunas, your Ghost Panthers, your Nick Furies, and your Gambits. All those characters come before Rescue, but she's good and she has survivability to boot. Yes, I did die, but otherwise she's got self-healing, she's got buffs, you know, she's got clones. The clones don't take aggro, but that's all they don't do. And she's got immunity and iframes and self-buffs, etc., etc. She's definitely she definitely has a lot of things that Tony wish he had. You know, cancelable skills that can chain with each other. You know, that's kind of one of the problems with Iron Man, is that when they updated his kit for Infinity War, they didn't really update the core of his kit, which is that he has 5 skills that have to be done separate from each other. And if that's the case, if you have a character like that where you can't stack skills, so you can stack rescues 3, 5, and 4. You actually can even stack rescues 1 skill, because the tracking missiles go out and then you can cancel into another skill and they will actually hit. So if you had godly fast fingers, you could do 3 and then 1, cancel 5, cancel 4, and you could get all those 4 skills landing attacks simultaneously. With Tony, the best that you can do is 3 and then 2 cancel 5, but even that is kind of awkward and it doesn't really work. You can't really do 4. You can do kind of the little burning lines on the ground that the 4th skill causes, but those do like tickle damage, and then you can't cancel the 1st skill and get many hits out of it there. He has kind of an older design for his skills, and if that's the case, if you have that kind of character, they can work, but then they have to hit hard like Captain America. You don't cancel Cap's skills, but you don't have to, baby, because Cap hits like a freight train full of freight trains. He hits like a fucking truck, full of dynamite. So that's kind of the philosophy. You gotta pick one, Netmarble. Either you give a character skills that deal high damage on their own, like Wolverine, and you don't have the skills you don't make the skills cancelable, or you give the skills, so-so damage, which is what Iron Man has now, but you make them cancelable, like your Doctor Strange's, like your Scarlet Witch's, where she cancels 4, she cancels, 5, she cancels multiple skills and still gets part of, if not all of, the damage and the effects. On top of that, you have things like all defense not actually working for world bosses, and you just lead up to a character that's all flash and no substance. Iron Man looks really sexy because he's got a high energy attack stat. But then you take him into the gameplay and you're like, what the hell? He's hitting like a stray dog. He looks like the prize pup at the competition who's winning first place, and then he's slapping you. He's slapping you with some tier 1 damage. So yeah, this is the comparison. Iron Man needs tremendous amounts of help. Maybe he'll get some from his wife. Obviously, Netmarble knows how to make Iron Man clones and to make them very, very strong, and we have the perfect example. So now all Netmarble needs to do is they need to take some of this creative genius and they need to take some of these stat boosts and some of these damage numbers, 148%, 114%, then they need to double them, then they need to give them to Iron Man. Thank me later, Netmarble, and you guys let me know, does this suffice as a good enough review for Rescue's damage at level 60? I'll, of course, still continue trying to get her to level 70. She doesn't have a tremendous amount of potential for World Boss, so I would put her in kind of like the medium to high medium clearers. She does have a nice combo, but you really do need, I think, a CTP of energy to take advantage of that chain hit, because otherwise you're just going to proc on 5 or 4, and then, you could still do 5 cancel 4, but then you're really proccing the majority of damage on 4. 4 does good damage, but I don't know if you're going to get the same results out of her, and I don't know if she's worth a CTP of energy, whereas, characters like Gambit and those ones above her, like I mentioned, are more worthwhile. But hit me up, let me know what you guys think. Let's have a discussion in the comments down below, Twitter, Discord, etc. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content and you want to support me, and of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.